Duskbloods, probably the most controversial game that FromSoft is currently developing, had its closed network test this weekend, and I can happily say that I got selected to participate in this closed network test. What are my thoughts? Will I be buying the game? How it plays? Let's get into it. I'm Arak, and this is RNG. Okay, so Duskbloods. How is it? It's great, honestly. I expected much worse from the game. And let me just tell you, this is probably my most anticipated game this year. Yeah, screw some GTA. I don't care. I care about Duskbloods. Ever since it got announced on the Switch 2 Direct, I was ecstatic. I was looking forward. And even though a lot of people were skeptic because, PvP in Souls games suck ass, I was like, you know, they like they managed with Night Rain that didn't like have PvP, but it was a heavily multiplayer game, and I don't like multiplayer in Souls games. And Night Rain hooked me. I have almost 200 hours on Night Rain, and it was a blast. I have two platinums that we did with Akuma and one of our friends. We have like two videos about Night Rain on this channel. And yeah, so I was like, look, they managed to like change my mind about that with the network test. I will wait for what Duskbloods will bring, what they will show. Now, before the network test, there wasn't. Stop poseru, ty vole. To musí být kurva furt něco! Já nevím, o čem jsem mluvil. So, before the network test, there wasn't any gameplay trailer, any deep dive, nothing. Day before the test was about the commands, the embargo on the previews dropped, and so the internet was flooded. GameRant, IGN, streamers, they all could talk about their experience with Duskbloods because they were able to play it at FromSoft headquarters. I wasn't like that fortunate, and I also didn't want to watch anything beforehand. I eventually did because the first network test got botched and no one could play, so they canceled it. So I was like, well, fuck it. I will watch at least how the game is supposed to play and everything. So in the description, I probably left you the best video that's like a deep dive. I won't be talking too in detail about how this game plays, but I will give you my feelings. Essentially, the game is split into 3 rounds. You are eliminated through the second and the third, based on the points you acquire. You acquire points for killing bosses. You acquire points for killing enemies. You acquire points for looting stuff, and you also get a few more points. I think there are like 6 categories. One of them is also for killing other players because it's a PvP game. Interesting thing though, during the entire round, you don't get points for killing another player. The only time when you do is if you wait for the end of round 2 or 3 when ritual grounds spawn, which are these places with these golden crosses that you can pray at, and you then need to go to the ritual grounds and there kill other players, and you get points for those. You can also consume some red crystals that will give you more points or like more virtue. That's how these points are called. It's virtues. So you will get more for killing other players. You can also consume golden crystals, which will increase the amount of points you get for praying at the gold crosses. Um, In the first round, there's no elimination happening. It's just gather as much as you can, kill as much as you can, get yourself a kin, which is this game version of a summon or spirit ash. There are three types of them, each does something else. I'm not really, I'm not really sure what they are doing. Only thing I know that I liked two of them, which was Beatrice, that's like a gunslinger character, and second is Nia, which is I think she's called like a sister of Briar, and it's a DPS character that is able to do the Beyblade spin we know from some frames of the games. There are some of the like playable characters or the Dusk's Bloodsworn they are called. They feel extremely like a Bloodborne, essentially Jan, which is that dude in the pajamas that we all laughed at in the first preview trailer, and he essentially carries a large ass axe that looks like the one Gascoigne has, though this one isn't a transformable and doesn't extend into a halberd. And he has this shadow step that you get with Old Hunterbone, and he also has a skill that's very reminiscent of the art that you get from Malakat uh, in Elden Ring, which, to be honest, there are two things that I didn't need in Duskbloods, yet they are there, which is this Maliket's art. It's insane, it does ton of damage, and it's just OP, as it was in Elden Ring. And the second one is Waterfowl. And there is an attack similar to Waterfowl. It doesn't belong to any of the playable characters, at least not those we know now. But one of the bosses has it, and honestly, yeah, I didn't need to. I didn't need this shit to return. To the characters, we had six in the network test. There's supposed to be 12 actually playable. I think we know about two more, which is the levitating guy from the first trailer. Yeah, yeah, there are people like talking if it's a girl or a boy, and I honestly think that since he is associated with a moon or whatever the fuck this MLS creature is, it's gonna probably be a boy that looks more like a girl because from soft. And second one is the dude with katana in leather pants and leather jacket, wherever he's from. We are also supposed to get three maps, which is cool. We were able to play on one in the test, and I think we saw a glimpse of the second in like the first not even tutorial. Yeah, in the first tutorial, I'd say. But hard to say if it's like a full map or if it will be just like a tutorial location that we will never see again. I think that Night Rain had something like that, that they had a tutorial location that was entirely different. But yeah, let's talk a bit about the tutorial in Duskbloods because it's probably one of the best tutorials that FromSoft ever made. Um, Essentially, you have your first one after you spawn in the game. You play as Albert. That's this John Duskblood's character that you see everywhere. And you essentially go through controls, you kill some mobs, you get introduced to various mechanics. And then in the network test, the tutorial concluded without a real ending, but there was, I think there was a message like that it's not part of the network test or whatever. So there probably will be a more story heavy tutorial, which already got teased a bit with Albert and Jan having some past in between them. I think it's quite possible that in the full release we will have two characters from each like era and location that they want to have characters from, and each of them will have some banter or some chemistry. Because even in the network test, there were certain times when the characters just started talking with each other, and also the kin talk. It's really interesting. I think the lore of this game will be much more interesting and much more in depth than what I think Night Train had, because Night Train was like it had some story and stuff like that, but in comparison to other of their games, it was visible that it was like extremely secondary. Like there wasn't that much of an emphasis on some lore. Duskbloods doesn't feel this way. They feel like real full FromSoft game with everything it should come with, except single player mode, which is something a lot of player can bear. Anyway, the first tutorial was great. It had some amazing cutscenes. I'm probably showing the main cutscene right here. Then it has three more tutorials, which is crazy that it's even split into more of them. Second tutorial, I think teaches you about the end of phase 2 and phase 3. It shows you the golden crosses, the ritual site, and stuff like that, and it shows you how it will work in the full on match. Then there's a possibility of playing the entire match against bots. It's a closed-off match. It's only 4 characters, not 8. And honestly, when I played the tutorial, I was like, "Damn, these maps will be extremely small." Like, it only takes place on half of the map. I learned later. So yeah, my first impression was like, "Well, this is gonna be a total chaos." It's not that way actually. The first map we were able to play, this like city map, it's quite open. It has a lot of verticality because it has also some sewers. It has the cathedrals, the clock tower, and stuff like that. And that really helps when you have these extremely fast characters with triple jump and air dash that you can like combine into each other. I said that it reminds me a lot of Doom Eternal in this movement in these movement options. It's like if you would take Night Train and give them even more movement, which is crazy. You can also use your ranged attacks from jumps and everything. So it's really chaotic at some battles. Mostly when like 3 and more Bloodsworn meet and fight each other. It's absolutely crazy. Even more so because most of the time everyone has their kin, some of the summon. So the battles are insane because you're not 3 people fighting. Oh, you are 3 people fighting, but there are 3 more summons, so it can get messy real fast. And I think this will need a lot of control and everything. So yeah, I think that in the full release, when you will be able to customize your builds and everything, it will really come down to one's skill and how will they resolve the battles. Now in the network test, there were like pre-selected things for each of the Bloodsworn. Main thing are sigils, or what do they call that? I'm not really sure. And they give you like a special side quests or something. One of them is a sworn enemy, which will mark one of the Bloodsworn as your sworn enemy, and you are tasked to take them down. Second is a lost friend, which makes you find them and make an alliance with them, which is cool concept that in this 8 people PvP match, you are able to form an alliance. It will cause you it will take away the friendly fire, so you can hit each other. Some of the virtue points are split between you, or they are shared. So that's a really interesting concept. I hope there will be some modifiers to that, and it will be either more beneficial or less beneficial to have an alliance with someone. Like you can make your build that you will be able to play more solo, and or you will have some modifiers that in alliance you do more damage and stuff like that. Then there was an extremely funny like sigil, or I found it funny in this type of game, which is like your destined spouse, which makes you search for a player, and you need to like engage them, or ask for their hand in marriage, and there's also some benefits you get from that. But it's crazy cool concept. You still can get like rejected and killed, so it's a PvP game. And I think there was one more sigil, and I can't remember. Yeah, the eye sigil, which makes it that each round, some of the Bloodsworn get selected as heretics, and you need to purge them. So you need to go and obviously kill them, and you get points for that. I am really looking forward to what modifiers and how much of them will be in the full release, how much different sigils we will be getting. I heard from the people who were able to play it at FromSoft and talk with Miyazaki. This is like quarter of the game we saw in the network test. So that gets me really interesting, really hopeful for the like future of this game. I also said that it reminds me of Monster Hunter Rise a lot, with how condensed it is, because each round takes about 8 minutes, which is shorter than the rounds that Night Rain had, and the entire match takes about up to 30 minutes. So in the test windows we were able to do like 8 matches, or somewhere close to that. It really depends when you were killed or not. Yeah, so in the first phase of the night, you essentially just collect your stuff. In the second, you continue with collecting stuff, but at the end, the ritual grounds spawn, and you can go fight others for more points. You can go pray to the crosses for more points and stuff like that. And two of those who have the least amount of points, they get culled by the dusk. And in the third round, everyone else except the first top three players get called. So then you need to fight for like third, second, and first place. I hope there will be rewards even for like third, second, and first place, because honestly the fights were hard, and I hope that it will be a lot different in the full release, because of some modifiers you will be able to apply, some sigils and stuff that you can make your build with. Because just now it was based on pure skill, or how well you are able to play your character. It's closer to like those character shooters like Overwatch is and stuff like that. So everyone has their ability, everyone has some passives, and they each have their ranged option and their like melee option. One of the most annoying uh, enemies to go against was Lila, who is a sniper that wields two katars. And honestly, I was against a Lila player in like most of my Grail battles. These are the last battles that you engage with, and they are so fucking OP. Like you are fighting another player because there are three of you, and this bitch always jumps on some ledge or something and just will pretty much insta kill you with their sniper shots. So yeah, like introduce sniper into any multiplayer game. It's basically the same every time. So I'm really looking forward to how the meta will change when the last six characters will be shown, and I'm extremely excited to see how they will play. I kind of hope that because this game doesn't have a parry, it just has the powered guard from Elden Ring when you like hold your shield, and if you get hit, you can retaliate. But it doesn't have a parry or like a perfect parry and stuff like that. And I kind of hope that the katana character we saw in the first trailer could be similar to Executioner or Wolf from Sekiro, and we will have that option because that will be an interesting change to how those characters are. I mean, even now you need to know your enemies to go against them, so you need to kind of know what these players have in their kit, what they can hit you with, what skills they have, and stuff like that. So it would be interesting if now you would throw a character that can parry into the mix, and maybe there will be some more. I hope for a mage character because this kind of asks for one, and I think the Moon Boy will be heavily mage character. We can see him levitating and like levitate some enemies and stuff like that. We will see how he will play in the full release. But also, I hope that next week during Gamescom we are getting the announcement of release date and hopefully about physicals because this is honestly a game that I need the collector's edition for. I hope there will be a figure of Albert as John Duskbloods and that the release will be full card release, not a game key card like they did with Elden Ring. But this is a Switch exclusive, and I think it's currently one of the most hyped up Switch games, together with Ocarina of Time remake and the new Xenoblade Chronicles. So they could make a full card release, please. I hope. Um, but yeah, the test was insanely fun. It was tough, more tough than I expected, but also kind of less in some ways because since you can go roam the map, you can gather resources, and you don't have to engage in battle with other Bloodsworn like pretty much until the third phase. It was more calm. Sure, there already were people that I expect to be insane sweats in the full release, and also there are people like sorry, but if we are going against a sniper character in the Grail battle. Fucking kill it first. I don't know who are these people who played it, but they felt like they're extremely brain dead that they were targeting anyone else rather than the sniper character, and usually the sniper won. Of fucking course they did. So I just hope that people will be more intelligent in the final release, or it will be a tough time. Uh, but yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised how the gameplay loop of this game looks. I'm really looking forward to other variants of the summons because I think there's supposed to be like 48 of them, which is totally insane number. In this test we saw 8. There was this like fat centurion guy on like a wheelchair. He was insanely tanky. There was I played with I think 2 support kins. One of them he sings and gives you buffs. The other one is like this serpent girl, and she heals you, or she can apply poison to enemies. She was cool. Then there was like a pyromancer. He did insane damage. That was cool as fuck. There was Wolf. He was also he didn't had a ton of HP, but he was insanely agile and insanely pissed off. So whenever I was going against the wolf, it was dogs in front of the game. They have dogs here, and they're equally cancerous as in other games since Dark Souls One. Um, then there was Beatrice. I talked about her. She's the gunslinger character, and she's amazing. She's actually one of the best summons we had in this test, I think. And then there's Nia, who is the dual sword Beyblade character, and she also was a really cool DPS character that just swirls around and makes anyone any Bloodsworn preoccupied with her, so you can take them down. So I'm really looking forward to what we will see in the full release, and I hope that we will be able to set up which summons we want to prioritize based on some, I don't know, usage of them or leveling them up or something. Because if there will be 48 of them, that's an insane RNG in this like competitive game, because they announced ranked mode. So I believe there will be some modifiers you can apply to make the experience more tangled or more ironed out for your playstyles. I'm yapping around this game a lot. This was supposed to be a shorter video. Anyway, I will probably do something more in depth when Duskbloods will release. Maybe we will do some play session with Aku. Uh, I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, yeah. I was excited about the game, but I was quite unsure and a little bit skeptical. But after this test, it's a day one purchase for me, honestly, and I can only wait for the release date, because yeah, I hope that when Nintendo is going to be at Gamescom, I hope they will give us this. I expect only a Duskblood's release date and a showcase of Ocarina, some small teaser, probably announcing that there will be a dedicated Zelda Direct only to showcase Ocarina of Time remake. But I think they will tease it this Wednesday on opening night live of Gamescom. So we will see. Anyway, this was really just an unscripted video of my feelings about the game. If you have some questions or anything, just write it into comments. I will be answering everything. There's too much that happened in this network test to fit into this small video. Uh, but yeah, I'm very positive about the future of this game. I hope they will also give it some DLC or something and won't let it die like they did with Night Rain. I'm still salty we didn't get Everdark variant of Hellstar. I'm still salty we didn't get more maps and everything. Here it looks like it's gonna be more RNG based. There's events similar to Shifting Earths that happen, but they are randomly selected, not like in Night Rain. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a total fucking chaos, and I'm so looking forward to engage in that chaos. So that was all from me. Um, I'm glad I could make a video about this, and I hope I will see you again when Duskbloods will release, either here with some video or on the battlefield. That's probably everything. I'm Arak. This was a relatively normal game show. Um, Follow us, give us if you played Network Test, write in the comments what did you feel about it, how you liked it. And I will see you sometime next time.